So guys, big news! The next Apple TV 4K could be launching any day now, or we might see it officially revealed at WWDC 2026. And today, let's break down exactly why both of those timelines actually make a lot of sense. First, let's talk about where things stand right now. The current Apple TV hasn't been updated in over 3 years, which is a long time in tech. It's still running on the A15 Bionic chip, the same chip that powered the iPhone 13. So yeah, it's definitely due for an upgrade. Now, here's where things get interesting. We've been hearing leaks for months saying a new Apple TV is coming soon, and then nothing happens, over and over again. So what's actually causing the delay? Well, the answer seems to be software, specifically the next version of tvOS. At WWDC 2026, Apple is expected to introduce a major update to tvOS, likely bringing in a new Siri experience along with Apple Intelligence features across the system. And that's a huge deal, because here's the problem. The current Apple TV simply can't support Apple Intelligence. The hardware isn't powerful enough. To run those features, Apple needs a much newer chip, something like the A17 Pro chip or newer, along with more RAM. And that lines up perfectly with what leaks have been saying. The next Apple TV is expected to feature the A17 Pro, most likely a slightly scaled version similar to what we've seen in newer iPads. Pair that with around 8 GB of RAM and suddenly, Apple Intelligence on your TV becomes possible. Now this directly impacts the release timing. There are basically two scenarios here. The first one? Apple could drop the new Apple TV any day now via a simple press release. No big event, no hype video, just quietly updating the lineup. And there's even speculation that units are already manufactured and sitting ready to ship. But the second scenario, and honestly, the more strategic one, is a launch at WWDC. Think about it. If Apple is about to announce a brand new AI-powered tvOS, they need a device ready that can actually run it. Developers will need that hardware immediately to start building and testing apps. So launching the Apple TV right at, or just before, WWDC makes a lot of sense. Either way, the timeline is tight. We're likely looking at a release within the next few weeks. Now, beyond the chip upgrade, what else can we expect? Performance is obviously the big one, but there are a few other areas to watch. Storage will probably stay the same, likely 64 GB and 128 GB options, unless Apple decides to push harder into gaming. And that's where things could get interesting, because the A17 Pro supports hardware-accelerated ray tracing. So if Apple leans more into high-end gaming and Apple Arcade, we could see higher storage tiers. Design-wise, don't expect anything dramatic. Apple will likely keep the same compact box design, maybe with slight material changes to improve sustainability. But visually, it'll probably look very familiar. On the features side, though, expect upgrades. Things like improved audio support, better HDMI capabilities, and the latest Dolby standards are all likely to be included, because Apple usually brings those updates with each new generation. Now, what about pricing? If storage stays the same, pricing should stay roughly the same too, keeping it in that affordable range compared to other Apple products. So overall, this is shaping up to be a meaningful upgrade, not just a minor refresh. You're getting a much more powerful chip, support for Apple Intelligence, and potentially better gaming and media capabilities. And really, it all comes down to timing now. Will Apple surprise drop it any day, or save it for the WWDC stage? Either way, we won't be waiting long. So the big question is, are you upgrading on day one, or skipping this one? Let me know what you think.